take you.
which is dead, mortal. My warriors will hunt you until you fall, exhausted.
You
Come, pilgrim, the bones of your hero. Wait for you in these depths, and so do I.
The Hall of Heroes. Lady Montbaron had 14 companions, and they are all buried here.
You should be honored, mortal. Soon your bones will join with those of the heroes who lie in repose here. Pay your respects to the dead for whom you will feel the smell of death. Do not feel shame falling before the eyes of your heroes. It is inevitable.
Die! I won't let you.
Feel the chill of death.
Whoever that warrior was, his spirit is gone, and his curse has died with him.
I had not expected the crypt to still be inhabited. Both Ravensreel and I owe you a debt. I'll be sending messengers out to inform the people of Ebb that the hero's crypt is open again. Doubtless the pilgrims and their attendant wealth will be pouring in soon. In the meanwhile, here, take this as a token of our esteem.
Do you have any relics to sell?
I found Lord Bollingar's sword.
It's even more beautiful than I imagined. Here, as promised, your reward. Do you have it?
I found the skull of Norik.
Fascinating, if a touch gruesome. Still, I look forward to studying this. Here is your promised reward. Do you have any...
I found Merrick's staff.
Astounding! To think of the power that once coursed through this. Here is your reward. I can't wait to get back to my workshop and begin a full study of these items.
is repaired, just as Martin said.
Hold on there. The roads ahead aren't safe. Heavy smoke down there. From the looks of it, there was another battle in the swamp. Azunite Church on one side, Royalists on the other. They're always at it. I was questioned by soldiers down the road. They were Azunites, Jane Cassinda's men, and not a friendly lot.
Have you dealt with the Royalists before?
They don't harass me on the road, so that makes them at least a touch better than Jane's soldiers. I think they're an honorable lot, but I don't see them winning this war. They'll die for a queen who's the last of her line, and barely more than a girl.
Any opinion on the church soldiers? You seem to have run into them before.
The church army is the right hand of Jane Cassinda, but these men seemed more mercenary than proper soldier. They may call her a living saint, but any woman who hires Lescanzi must be a little crooked. No offense to you, miss.
Fighting in the swamp doesn't seem like the best place for a battle.
The Royalists are holed up in the Glitterdelve mine to the northwest, and Jane's army marches from the Azunite coast southeast of here. This swamp has the misfortune of being right between the two. This certainly isn't the first time we've had trouble here. Why I still take these routes, I don't know.
Thanks for the warning. I'll be careful.
I'll stay up here for a while, see if things calm down.
An avalanche? Here. I do not think nature is to blame for this.
By order of Jane Cassander, none shall pass this. Look, you idiots! They're right there! Get them!
You are finished!
They must be with the Royalists. Get them!
Those were Jane Cassinder's men. They're hunting for anyone with Legion blood. Probably shouldn't have worn a suit of Legion armor. Dead giveaway. Hang on. You didn't pass a child on the road, did you? Golden hair, piercing eyes?
Not on the road, but we've met.
Well, that's a comfort. Proves I didn't imagine the boy, at least. He said I'd meet others of Legion blood, coming down from the north. But that would mean... Wait. Are you with the Legion? I heard news of a slaughter, dozens killed. After all the rumors, I feared I might be the last.
Are you from a Legion family?
Sorry, I should have introduced myself properly. I'm Lucas. Montbaron.
You're the son of Hugh Montbaron, so the estate that burned down, that was yours?
My family's estate, not mine. I had no love for that place. No real memories of it either. Better that it's gone. We ought to put that part of our past behind us.
You weren't at the gathering. What happened?
I ran into trouble in the swamp. Some sort of battle between Jane Cassander and the Royals. Roads blocked, trails collapsed, soldiers everywhere. They've been slaughtering each other for years, all for a few inches of swamp one way or the other.
The Legion will rebuild Ebb, alone, if need be.
Sounds like something Odo would say. Can't trust anyone but ourselves. Lessons of the past and all that. Maybe he's right. He's managed to survive longer than anyone else, so it's difficult to argue with him.
Come with us. We're heading south to reopen the Grand Chapter House.
Plenty of trouble between here and Stonebridge. I'm at your service. Lead on.
Anyone that kills Azanites is a friend of ours. General Devonsey is further on ahead. Just follow the path. Anyone that kills Azanites is a friend of ours. General Devonsey is further on ahead. Against Glitter Just follow the
So
path.
many
Our war
royalists
isn't
dead.
done.
These men were young, hardly soldiers at all.
Stand away there. Not so close to the General.
Never mind. I can hardly be called a general, with Her Majesty's army lying dead all around us.
Sorry, Lord Devonsey. Sir.
Forgive the boy. A few months ago he was a royal page. Now he's a soldier. Such are the depths to which we have fallen. I'm surprised to see any travelers on the road, with so many of Jane Cassinda's soldiers about. What brings you to this ill-omened place?
We were sent by the Legion. We're heading south to reclaim the old chapter house in Stonebridge.
The Legion? So the rumors are true. A gathering in the north. The rebirth of the old Legion. That's beside the point, though. I'm afraid you're stuck here with the rest of us. The western road has collapsed and we're surrounded on all sides by...
All the dead soldiers were yours? How did this happen?
Jane Cassinda's army was encamped in the swamp. I thought I'd catch her unaware, send her scrambling back to the spire. So I force-marched out of Glitterdale, sighted her troops at the base of the cliffs, and gave chase. In the first charge, we drove half her forces into the bogs. I could see Jane not 50 feet from my lines. She had nowhere to run.
What forces do you have left?
Only the baggage train, and a few cannons. One of my officers, Roderick, had command of the baggage train. He managed to keep the wagons out of sight, hid them under those massive roots. Unfortunately, the men who are guarding the wagons are my greenest troops, former servants and the like. The only blades they've ever wielded are kitchen knives.
What about those massive roots? We can walk across them like a road.
Indeed, they'd support our weight, and my cannons and wagons too. But the roots are separated by stretches of water. In order to create a path, we'd have to raise the land between them. Impossible, you might say. But I have a man in my army with power over earth and stone. A scholar called Phineas. If only he were here.
This Phineas can raise a land bridge between the roots? How is that possible?
He's made a study of earth magic. Geomancy. The old magic of the dwarves. It's all very incomplete, but a movement of earth by simple brute force. Yes, I think he could manage that much.
You've actually seen Phineas use earth magic?
When Jane's cannons had us surrounded, somehow he drew the earth up over our heads, protected us both from the enemy's fire. Saved my life. That's proof enough for me.
We need to find this scholar Phineas. Where has he gone?
He was among the first to be taken by the damned savages. They fell upon us not long after the battle, and they've been mounting raids and abducting our wounded ever since. First people, that's what the scholars call them. Only Azanai knows what they call themselves. I thought of mounting an attack on their village to rescue Phineas and the others, but my surviving soldiers are too few and too young. If I had your help, though...
Let's try talking to the First People before we do anything rash. Maybe they mistook you for a threat.
A reasonable theory, but I've met their kind before. Scavengers preying upon the weak and the wounded. They won't negotiate unless you hold a sword to their throats. I'll gather whatever men I can, the ones who can still fight, and we'll meet you there.
They just conscripted me 2 fortnights past. I can't believe I'm alive.
Thanks for clearing a safe path. Guess I'll set up shop here. Until we find a way out. Take a look at my goods. They just... might come in handy out here.
I saw you speaking with the General. We must be in dire straits to rely on passers-by. But Lord Devonsey has seen fit to trust you. You already know of the savages in the bog. Beastly lot they are. Some of our best soldiers were captured in their raids. Others have gone missing. We sent scouting parties into the bog. I armed them as best I could, but baggage train attendants are hardly soldiers. They haven't returned for hours.
A swamp is hardly a place for heavy wagons. Was your cargo worth the trouble?
Basic supplies needed for the troops, but also cannons, powder kegs, and the like. Perhaps we could find a way out of this muck-ridden cesspool on foot, but those cannons are needed in Glitterdelve.
If your people are raw recruits, they won't survive long in the swamp. Let me look for your missing soldiers.
You surprise me. I can offer you little more than some extra supplies, and my thanks. Look for them to the east, out in the bog. We sent out 2 scouting parties. Hopefully the swamp hasn't claimed them. Devonsey won't permit any more of us to leave camp, so you're the only chance they'll get.
I know that man. Lord Devonsey. I've seen him before, or heard the name.
You never served with the Royal Army, did you? How else could you have met?
No, I don't remember meeting him, but I know his face. Hang on. I've seen him in a portrait, standing right next to my father. More brown in his hair, and not so much of the silly sideburns, but it was him. There were others in the portrait, too. Legionnaires, all of them. We should tell Odo about this, when we see him again. Ugh. Disgusting creatures. I'd sooner kill rats. Look here. These roots are like a primitive door, or a gate.
too many. Pull back. Pull back.
Damn natives. You make short work of them. I'm glad we're on the same side. We got split up from the rest of our party in the confusion. We're heading back to camp, but if you find the others, please help them.
Trouble ahead. One more down.
There, look. The savages haven't seen us yet, but this is the edge of their village. Phineas and the other prisoners are probably being held on the far side, or maybe in the trees above.
Do you have a strategy in mind?
Everything depends upon finding their leader, the chief shaman. If we take him alive, we can negotiate from a position of strength. Damn, they've seen us. We're out of time.
We are Urshamesh. We bow before no outside. You are not welcome here. You bring fire and poison to our home. You kill our sacred trees, and you move the crawlers to madness. Now you kill my seed in my village. I come to tell you that you will stop, or Marugyetum will send you to the River of Souls.
I didn't come here to fight. We just want our people back.
If you do not come to fight, why dress for war? Your blades were already wet with Urshamesh blood. For years you come and battle here. You kill warriors in metal and Urshamesh warriors. It matters not. Always it is the same. No peace in my village or outside in the damp.
I know nothing of your people. Who are you?
I am Marugyetum, he who whispers with Nagog, high shaman to all in this village. We are the Urshamesh, the first people. This is our place. You do not belong here.
You say the swamp is sacred, but we know nothing about it. Why do your people care?
Long ago, the Old One, Nagog, fell from the sky. Our fathers made a sacred bond with it as it lay dying. So we all became Urshamesh.
Gods falling from the sky. Just like the old story of the creator gods.
The Old One died and became the damp. When you walk, your feet touch Nagog. When you breathe, you inhale Nagog. All is Nagog. All is sacred.
The damp? What is that?
All that is out there, beyond our home. The old roots, the deep waters, the cold mist. All is the damp.
There's only one thing we want, and that's the men you took from us.
And why should I return your warriors? You have killed many of my seed. You have burned the ground and poisoned our waters with your dead.
It was Jane Cassinda who burned your swamp and killed your people, not us. I ordered my army to leave you alone.
You fought in the damp and killed Urshamesh for years. You now speak names unknown to Marugyetum to hide the truth. You are all enemies. When our blades pierce your heart, Marugyetum will feed your flesh to the crawlers.
Almost had enough. Let's go on. Those roots. One more down. Back into the fray.
Here I was beginning to think.
I'll let the savages leave. Go on ahead, find the captain.
for death. Not all that live and die walks suffer, outsider.
Let us out of here. I don't want to die in some savage cookpot. I thought I was dead. Thank you for getting me out of there. I have your back, friend.
We are Ursamesh. We
I
bow
was
before
told
no
not
outsider.
How do we fight a man like this if I ever been too bloody sweet?
We'll blame you, father. I will not stop it. Your blow cannot harm.
I'm bleeding.
Kill the firebreathers. Send them to the River of Souls. Now, Firebringer, prepare yourself for death.
Be on guard.
We are Ursamesh.
Let us out of here.
We bow before...
I don't want to die in some...
Thank the saints!
Kill the
I was told not
Firebringers. Send them to the River of Souls.
How do we fight?
We're with you, Legionnaire.
Back into the fray.
Much obliged.
Come, my warriors. Show them the pride of the Ursamesh. These beasts want my word and my word only. Ancestors, hear me. Lend me your strength. Stop. Put down your blade, Firebringer. No warrior has defeated Marugatum since he first whispered with Nagab. I will not fight you. Your spirit is stronger. Today, all Ursamesh know the Firebringer's power and give respect. Take your warriors back and walk in peace.
You fought well, but I'm glad this ends here.
Then there is an end to the blood you seek. Good. None here will challenge you. It has always been this way. If the strongest of us cannot kill you, then no Ursamesh will. Take this charm. It is known to the roots and vines that I command, and they will bow before you to let you pass. Walk free amongst my seed, and in peace.
We kill half their tribe, and suddenly we're friends. Stupid system of diplomacy, if you ask me.
We give you this offering, Firebringer. Take it.
I'm glad to be free, but I'm sorry that so many natives had to die. I wish there could have been a less violent solution. The Urshamash are a fascinating people. It's like they've taken all of our values and turned them on their heads, and then shrunk them. Yes, those babbling heads are more than a little revolting, but the natives have their reasons for that too. I apologize. It's been a trying day and I ramble.
Is it true? Can you get us out of the swamp?
Indeed. I never thought studying old dwarven lore would turn me into such a valuable instrument of war. That certainly wasn't my intention. Lord Devonsey is a good friend. He would not have left me, even if I didn't have my magic. But now that I'm free, I should be able to fashion a bridge of mud and roots. It's a bit larger than anything I've done before, but I'll manage.
Geomancy seems different from the magic of the Legion. How does it work?
Because geomancers use their magic to move the earth, many have likened the art to the undisciplined chaos of shamanism or witchcraft. In actuality, it's a form of magic that demands patience. Conveying this essence is difficult. After all, whole libraries are dedicated to the art. But you might say that molding the energies isn't unlike a gem cutter's work, carefully shaping the rough stone into a polished jewel.
How did you learn about the dwarves and their magic? Did you have a teacher?
No, sadly. We've suffered many losses in our service to the Queen. And to my shame, that included the dwarves under her care. We simply don't know if there are any survivors. No clans have contacted us. And even the great mine of Glitter Delve, where Her Majesty lives, is empty. I learned all that I know by studying the tomes there, and I'll continue to preserve what I can. It's a small act of penance for so great a sacrifice.
The sooner we can leave this swamp, the better. Can you raise the land bridge soon?
As soon as we return to the camp, I'm sure we'll be moving out soon.
I must be off. My road takes me to Stonebridge.
Indeed. We are all in your debt. These are troubling times, but your actions remind me of kinder days. Days when the Legion and the Crown served one another. May we meet again.
Our shamans can speak with the roots. Did you see them move for you?
Our shaman... whisper with... Agog. It is he who gives them power.
A missionary from the Azunite Church.
So you're the one who led the attack. Was it worth it? I can only hope that the lives you took were necessary. I came here because I didn't want to serve Azunai through war. Now that you've done your fighting, you might help me tend to its victims. I've been collecting materials from the swamp that I can use as remedies and cures. Will you help me find more?
Well, what are you looking for? Gathering a few roots doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
If only it were that easy. I've no shortage of bog plants, but slug eggs, that's a different story. They have extraordinary healing properties. With all the bloodshed that's taken place here, the villagers have need of such aid.
This isn't the place I'd expect to find an Azunite. How did you get here?
I was once an apprentice alchemist. A promising one, I might add. When my father fell gravely ill, I found that none of my cures would help him. I prayed and prayed, and Azanai saved my father. Since then, I've dedicated my life to his service. Unfortunately, most Azanites seem to think that spilling blood in Jane Cassinder's name is the only true means of worship. I teach the children and help the villagers with my remedies. It's a simple life, but better than fighting in Jane Cassinder's army.
I must be off. I will look for the eggs when I'm in the bog.
Thank you, and be careful out there. The slugs can be rather vicious.
Thank Azun. Now we have a chance. I don't know who you are. You just walked into a frag's nest of trouble. Good thing Roderick sent you. We wouldn't have survived. You have our thanks. We should be able to make it back to the camp on our own. We'll tell Roderick what happened, but I'm sure he'll want to thank you himself.
A nest of slugs. They are trying to protect their eggs. may wish to breathe through your mouth. The stench here is unpleasant.
You're back. Were you able to find any slug eggs?
I have them here. They aren't the most pleasant things to handle.
Let me lighten your burden then. Truly, stranger, thank you. I never thought an ally of the Royalist army would help me. Let me give you some of my supplies. They'll be of use to you on the road. May Azunai watch over you. May Azunai...
I can hardly believe it. All my men have returned, safe and sound. It may not seem like much, but believe me when I say that you've given us hope. Raised the morale of the men. Please, take these supplies. We'll say they fell off the wagon on the way to Glitterdelve. You've more than earned them.
We go our separate ways from here. Pity to see you go. The Queen could use good people like yourselves.
A pity also that my freedom was purchased in blood. The first people were only safeguarding their land. From their point of view,
That's more than enough, Phineas. I'll not hear any ungrateful talk, not in front of our benefactor.
Let him speak his mind. I admire his candor, at least.
The boy never lacked for sincerity or nerve, just like his father in that.
You speak of Phineas's father as if you knew him well. Who was he?
An old friend, a comrade in arms, many years gone.
How long will it take to raise the land bridge?
Not long. I begin straight away.
If our fortune holds, then Jane Cassinda will not have reached Glitterdelve, not yet. We'll march to Queen Rosalind's side as quickly as we can. Perhaps we'll see each other again before this war is done.
We promised you a road out of the swamp. Follow me.
We are free of the swamp, at last. And look, perhaps that...
I thought I might find you here on this road. Did you think you could betray our people and live?
You want revenge? And why is that?
You slaughter us by the score, butcher us like animals, and you dare to ask why? I am Svarbog, son of Zarya the Witch, who died at your hand. You will answer for her death, and for the deaths of all my kin.